Okay, I keep being drawn to this. Check this out. I saw this on Twitter, and then I've been doing some research focusing on the Iran stuff, and then I keep being drawn back to this. Things just keep popping up on me on the algorithm that keep drawing me to this. There's a reason. Look at this connection. 2 weeks before Israel's attack on Iran, this happened.
Flames rise in Tehran as a horned figure burns in the heart of revolution rallies. Why were statues of the ancient deity Baal set alight across Iran? From biblical symbolism to modern conspiracy theories, this fiery spectacle is about far more than history. Iranian state-organized rallies marking the anniversary of Iran's 1979 Islamic Revolution took an unusual turn this week as demonstrators in several cities set fire to large statues depicting a horned, bull-headed figure identified by organizers as Baal, an ancient deity referenced in biblical and Islamic tradition. According to Iranian media, the coordinated burnings were framed as a symbolic protest against what organizers described as moral corruption in the West. Some of the events were reported to have taken place simultaneously in different cities. Images circulated online showed a towering bull-headed effigy engulfed in flames in Tehran's Azadi Square. In some instances, the displays included additional imagery, such as the number 666, and references to US President Donald Trump. Participants were heard chanting "Death to Israel" and "Death to America," slogans commonly heard at official anniversary gatherings. Iranian news agency Mehr described the effigy as the idol of Baal, portraying it as a false god associated with deviation from monotheism. Online speculation linked Epstein to ancient deities such as Baal or Moloch, figures that in some traditions are associated with child sacrifice. Iranian organizers described the statue burning as a symbolic act intended to draw attention to alleged corruption in Western political and financial systems. The anniversary events themselves included the usual displays of anti-US and anti-Israel rhetoric, flag burnings and speeches emphasizing resistance to foreign pressure. State media framed the effigy burnings as a message from Tehran to the wider world. However, the symbolism sparked debate within Iran. Some clerics reportedly expressed concern about invoking imagery tied to ancient deities, while online users questioned whether the act risked unintended religious connotations. The term Baal means lord or owner in ancient Semitic languages. In the ancient Near East, particularly among Canaanite peoples, Baal was worshipped as a fertility and storm deity, often referred to as the Lord of Rain and Dew. Archaeological discoveries at Ugarit, in northwestern Syria in 1928, revealed tablets describing Baal as a warrior god, with Mount Zaphon, believed to be present-day Jebel Akra, on the Syria-Turkey border, identified as his mythological home. In Jewish, Christian and Islamic texts, Baal is depicted as a false deity and rival to monotheistic worship. The Hebrew Bible presents him as a central rival to Yahweh, particularly during the reign of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel. In the New Testament, the name Beelzebub, linked to Baal-zebub, appears in references to Satan. Scholars continue to debate the extent of evidence for child sacrifice in parts of the ancient Levant, with interpretations varying widely. In modern Iran, the reappearance of Baal as a symbol reflects less a historical argument and more a contemporary political message. one shaped by ideology, religious imagery, and global conspiracy narratives.
And look at this. This guy's a rabbi. Why would he say that? How is that anti-Semitic? I don't get it. Why are you so offended by that? Right? And you know how they keep making excuses as to why we're going in and why we're doing what we're doing? And that it's for this reason and that reason, regime change. No, it's not a regime change, it's this, and oh, it's nuclear weapons. Oh no, now it's about the ballistic missiles. And what? And the first attack was on an elementary school with young girls. That's what they sacrificed first.
Iranian state media say the death toll from a strike on a girls' school in the country's south has risen to 165 after a devastating attack that officials in Tehran have blamed on US-Israeli operations. The blast hit the Shajara Tayyebe school in the southern town of Minab, leaving classrooms in ruins and sparking frantic rescue efforts. Israel's military said it was not aware of any strikes in the area, while the US military said it was still looking into the reports, offering no confirmation of involvement. Iran's state-run Ayana news agency quoted a local prosecutor as saying another 96 people were wounded, warning that the toll could climb further as more victims succumbed to their injuries. Officials said it was one of 2 strikes that appeared to have hit schools since US and Israeli warplanes launched attacks on Iran around 10 a.m. Saturday on February 28. A spokesperson for Iran's health ministry, Hossein Kermanpour, said most of the dead at Minab were young martyrs, underlining how heavily children were hit in the assault on the school. Iran's Red Crescent and several state news outlets reported that more than 60 people were initially confirmed killed in the Minab school strike before the death toll surged as bodies were recovered from the rubble. State broadcaster IRIB later raised the figure to 85 dead and 93 injured before Iranian media pushed the total fatalities from the broader attack on the girls' school to 165, deepening public anger. Video verified by the New York Times showed extensive damage to a building described as an elementary school, with black smoke billowing from a crumbling structure, even as outside powers continued to dispute or withhold comment on any role in the strike. This incident comes as US and Israeli forces carried out a surprise wave of strikes on Iranian military sites and proxy infrastructure, which was followed by the killing of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, which has shocked the entire world and left Iran in a delicate political transition.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?